was gonna say I want to eat the sun. But you see, I don't like saying.
You take
things
the
like that,
sun, then you take the moon.
because I'm worried, like in the future, someone will be like, "Haha, now you have to eat the sun." And I'll be like, "No, I don't want to eat the sun. It's really hot."
Are you an Elder Scrolls character, Val?
What is happening?
This is why I don't. This is why I don't talk a lot.
Because
I don't joke about.
you don't
shit.
make sense.
You should just cut every audio clip of Mao talking and put like Oblivion music behind it.
The fucking annals of Vivek.
No,
Now tell me about mud crabs.
Hello and welcome to the Corrupted State
Alright, I'm not ready.
podcast. It's hot as hell
Fuck you,
here,
Abby.
and I'm not gonna take it anymore. Joining me today we have Abby,
Currently dying.
we have Fish Heads,
Get fucked at 70 degrees Fahrenheit here.
we got JG,
Only God can know death from this heat.
Mal.
Yes.
Mal,
Hello.
we got a great podcast today, don't we?
Yep.
Do we?
We have comments,
number
Mal.
one.
Don't forget
Don't
about
lie
them.
to the listener, Mal. What are the comment, Mal?
What did I lie to the listener?
When you said this was gonna be a good episode.
Did I say this? Why did I say that?
Last episode, when it was the
Read
E3
comments, Mal.
episode.
Oh.
No E3 episode is ever good.
No episode is ever good. Mal,
Hey,
open the podcast. Comments
All right.
up and feed them.
Comments.
They better be
So
some
we
chill
got-
ass cool comments.
We got 2 comments.
don't sound so
Person-
unhappy about the comments.
I'm not
That's
sounding
that's
happy. I'm
Fish's
just
job.
I'm tired. All right.
When are you not tired?
Shut the fuck up.
I'm the
Yeah.
asshole here. Come on.
Star Magician says, before the Smash Ultimate reveal, I kept saying to others I wanted them to bring back every character from past games, and no current characters should be cut. But I didn't think it would happen. Now that it happened, I have to buy it, don't I? Besides Smash, my favorite conference was the Bethesda one, since they showcased the most games I'm interested in.
Was this a troll comment?
No! Fallout
No.
76 looks really good. It's just
No,
you
it
guys
doesn't.
don't think so.
Shut up.
Yes, there's a fireman
No.
outfit.
Is
No, we don't want to disrespect our fan base,
But we do.
but
Yeah.
Bethesda
It's
was a
shit.
bad conference.
I
And
thought
your
it was fun. It
opinions
had
are
Andrew
wrong.
WK in it. Rage looked okay. They had some
Rage does not look
JPEGs.
very
Fallout 76 fireman outfit.
Oh shit, my gum.
What's your favorite game where you can wear a fireman outfit?
Dead Rising 2 is pretty good.
Actually, the fireman is Mitch Core, right?
Yeah, anything that
The
has
fireman
fire
with Danny
is
and
Mitch
the other
Core.
one.
What if it has both a fire and a man, but they're separate?
That's a lot of games.
Fantastic Four, the video game.
Next
Rise of
year.
the Silver Surfer.
What a
Next
great
year, Todd better come out to fucking Fleetwood Mac. Since he's leaning into the Todd posting, I want him to go the whole way. Just like go on stage with "Tell Me Lies," tell me sweet little lies in the background.
game. That would be too much.
Alright. Next comment from Alter Q. Alter. We said his name already. The game with censored bigger tit lollies was Deep Space Waifu. Is that actually a game?
I don't
with
think it
Deep Space
was.
Waifu?
Yeah,
It
it's on
seems a bit on
Steam.
the-
I don't think that's the game I was talking about. I checked.
Oh,
it.
I know. Yeah, I think I remember.
Because there's a
Sounds-
Flat is Justice edition,
Oh,
and I don't think there would be that at all. What I'm thinking, you don't have any lollies at all.
Big tit lolly seems like kind of an oxymoron, doesn't it?
No,
No, it's
Loli
not.
is a thing.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, no, Deep Space Waifu is still on the
Yeah.
thing. And there's
Also,
Flat is Justice. I want to be on the store page.
I don't believe
Steve
for a
wasn't loading
fucking
quick enough.
second that you want to Pichu back. Just saying.
You gotta have all
small,
the warriors back, JG.
and he's give the most options. Okay,
All his
JG?
attacks do damage to him.
Super Smash Brothers Buffet. That's what this version is going to be called. You get a bit of everything for everyone.
And it tastes like garbage.
Depends if there's a Subspace Emissary equivalent. There better be, Sakurai. What are you putting all that time and effort into? I want another Subspace Emissary, please.
Really?
Yes, it was super funny and fun.
No, it wasn't. It was boring
It was.
and repetitive.
No, it was fun.
No, it was
fun.
bad. It was bad.
It was fun.
Didn't like
those
it.
cutscenes are hype. Those cutscenes are hype.
Even when I was 12, I knew it was bad.
No, it was fun.
Would you want to see Taboo?
Tabble.
Taboo?
Oh yeah, Taboo.
Let me open up. Fishheads, give me news.
Oh, you want some news? Let's see here.
Tell me the news about the man who fell through the pavement because the fucking concrete melted.
It's not video game.
That's not video games. Wasn't that in Japan, I think? Or something?
No, it was in
That was in
Europe.
my country.
Oh, cool. Well, you should know about it then.
You're the newsman.
Well, I don't look at British pavement news, Mitch.
What news do you look at?
Monster Girl news.
That
What's
was
the
a
latest
segue.
Monster Girl
that
game?
was that was a segue
What's-
for you, fishheads.
Which
Oh,
I could not
okay.
have given you a better segue.
Here's a British news.
No.
Omega Labyrinth Z's Western release has been cancelled. Who could be responsible for this? Oh, right. It's the Eternal Anglo. Again, thanks.
No, it was Sony America and Sony
Yeah, all
Europe's
right. I'm
decision.
sure.
It
I'm
was.
sure that what was going on in the UK with it had nothing to do with it. Nothing at all.
That was a preemptive strike.
The people on Mika team, the people who make Girls Frontline, have stated that they censored it because of Australia and Europe. So that's a thing. It's all your fault.
What do you mean?
I thought Europe
They
was
censored
supposed to be
it.
the one
It didn't
okay
get
with
censored.
the
It's
sex.
getting banned.
No, they're the ones not okay with everything. You can't even shitpost.
I've been hearing that it's Sony America and Sony Europe's call to not
Well,
release the video game.
It's probably the Irish.
What?
Those Irish. So underage leakage running wild worldwide, my man. PlayAsia's been reaching out to P-Cube to get it localized in Asia English, but that might not happen because a different company holds the rights to release it in Asia. So
Nice.
I don't know. It's real shitty that the P-Cube didn't get a sooner heads up because the game was done. It went gold and they were just.
Oh my fucking god, Mitch.
What? It got shut down before it even got released. What's wrong, GTA?
So we'll never talk about Omega Z Labyrinth ever again.
Yeah, probably. Probably not.
Alright.
Never
It
cared
It might
about
get a
this in the
PC
first place.
release.
Oh my god.
I wasn't gonna buy this game, but if it gets a PC release, I'll buy it just to support it. These
That's the
PS4
dumbest
localizers.
fucking shit I've ever heard, Mitch.
Yeah, that's
No,
dumb.
you are.
You're gonna buy a shit game to support developers who decided to localize a shit game.
No. How
Just
do you
not
know
that-
it's bad?
Because it's a dumb game. It's a dumb dungeon crawler that has to sell
don't like dungeon
underage
crawlers.
titties.
No, not all of them are under.
How do you know the titties are underage?
Yeah.
Listen, in-depth reason. No. I don't, but I do know that it is a bad game because most dungeon crawlers are shit.
Wow.
I'm
wow.
excited for what's
It's
it
like
called? Bullet Girls.
Only the highest quality era
Bullet Girls
magazines for
Fantasia.
JG. Are those dungeon crawlers? I don't know how those work. They're like text games or something. Whatever.
I'll have
That's
you know.
not the
Um,
same.
JG plays
Also-
only the best Arrow games.
Also, British news, that dumb visual novel horror game made some kid kill themselves or something.
Doki Doki
I don't know.
Yeah.
Club.
Yeah, Doki Doki Panic.
Doki
so
Doki
yeah,
Panic.
someone killed themselves. There you go.
Cool.
And they had to talk about Doki Doki Literature Club on the news.
That's funny.
Europeans are fucking stupid.
No. Well, we're
Stop
not European
killing
anyway.
yourself.
Are we, Mao?
Fucking
We're not
pavement.
European, are we?
None
Mao?
of the European All the people who want to kill themselves I know are Americans, so checkmate, Abby.
Yes, I too love anecdotes.
He's got you there, Mel.
I'm. Fuck
Oh,
it.
that's the British news for this episode. Tune in next time.
Why are the British so inbred? Find out next week.
Shut the fuck up! No, line. Don't
We
cross
ain't
that.
even. We ain't even. That's an
They were-
American
we're
thing.
not
They were gonna-
inbred thing.
They were gonna release Dental
Polish people are more
Literature
inbred
Club,
than
but
us.
it got
Christ.
banned.
Every single
Oh,
time.
look at him complaining about the Polish.
Slavs
Wow.
are more inbred than us. Everyone, we are very.
No, you
not
cannot
inbred.
defend your country by saying another country is more inbred
We're
than
not
you.
inbred.
What?
Look, we're
Shut
shit,
up.
but they're more shit.
Listen, our Gene Poo's a fucking cess.
Your Gene Poo.
Gene Poo is a fucking cesspoo. But Spain is way worse.
Spain?
That poon is fucked up.
Why you bring up Spain? No
You
one.
said that yesterday, remember?
What?
It
I
doesn't
never said
matter.
anything. Oh, yeah, no, the royal family of Spain. They got so inbred it ended. Yeah.
You did it. You made
Right.
it mean.
Final
Got
word. Ban all Japanese anime games as
Like
people
the British
kill
have banned the
themselves
lower
due to-
jaw.
will... What are next?
it. Oh, what are next? Let's see here. That was news. You want actual news? Okay, John Cena is playing Duke Nukem.
This
How
old
is this
news, so I saw
actual
this.
news?
I don't know. Ask Mal. He
That's-
posted it here.
That's so far away from like
Yeah.
what you expect John Cena to do as far as a role.
What do you expect him to do?
He only
I don't
does
think-
like family friendly stuff. It's out
That's
of his
not
like.
true.
What's-
He did,
what's- Doom is very family friendly.
Anime.
It wasn't
That's The
in
Rock.
Doom.
Dude,
That's The Rock. He was in that like drama with Amy Schumer, I think.
That doesn't
Yeah,
sound family friendly.
It's a comedy, and he
Yeah.
played like a supportive
Can you-
guy in that. It's just not the
Duke
character
Nukem
he
isn't in
plays.
it?
back off the mic, please.
I don't think
Thank you.
John Cena would do a good Duke Nukem. I don't know. Maybe
Well,
I'm
who-
wrong.
Who would you have do Duke Nukem?
Do they have to
Schwarzenegger.
be a wrestler?
Hold on a second, Fish. Is this better?
Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, it's better.
yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, he's old as sin, and
Yeah.
he's not American.
There's the
He
thing.
sounds perfect.
I don't think that. Actually, it would be pretty good if they just had Schwarzenegger. I think John Cena's fine. It's just that I don't. It's
All
weird
right.
for him to do it.
You know,
because of
you
his,
know that first movie that Schwarzenegger was in, the Hercules movie where they
Hercules,
dubbed
yeah.
over him. Yeah,
Yeah, or something.
they should do that again with him as Duke Nukem and dub
They dub
over him
over
with
him.
John
But
St.
he's
John.
really fucking
Yeah.
old. Let the
No,
man...
they jump over him. with
Well,
a
Duke
belt.
Nukem would be old at this point too.
Yeah, they could just make the movie about like a washed up Duke Nukem.
It's set immediately after Duke Nukem Forever bombed.
Oh no.
Is it being written by Gearbox?
I don't know.
Yeah, the
Oh, I
movie is
hope
written by a
not.
game studio.
Arnold Schwarzenegger trying to call up the fucking Olsen twins.
Oh god.
They could finally be relevant again.
But I don't really know any muscular actors because we're in the age where you have to look like a woman.
Get a Nikki in there. Oh.
Speaking
Oh.
of actors who look
All
like
action
women,
stars.
the actor who plays Connor in Detroit Become Human has married the actor who plays one of the Tracy androids. So David Cage.
What do you mean one of the Tracy? You mean all Tracy
All of
androids?
it, yeah, all of
They
them.
look
I
the
mean,
same.
All of them.
David Cage, the matchmaker.
I
Damn.
don't even remember who Trey was.
The
He was the
sex
sex
bot
bot with the blue hair.
Oh no.
Sex
who you
robot.
can
Oh, no.
potentially shoot and kill. Spoilers.
I know, right?
It's a shame the person playing the game for us is a goddamn coward.
Shut up! I have
You
so
didn't play
much
it.
pressure on me.
That's
You
nice.
fuck it up. Always,
I
constantly.
Like Connor. I like Connor. Tracy was kind of hot. Hope it works out for them.
I was looking at his IMDb and like Detroit is the biggest role he's had.
Of course.
Well, not anymore. He's gonna get roles after this. People really like the man.
I hope so.
Hopefully.
He could
Someone
be
get
the new.
Hideo on the line. He can be in Death Stranding. He can be in the new Terminator. just confine him to robot roles.
I mean, he does. I don't know if he was acting or if that's just how he emotes.
He was
I don't know if this
No,
actor is
because
acting.
I watched a bit of. He did like a bunch of streams of Detroit, and he was emoting the same way that he plays Connor.
I need to watch.
Probably on purpose, because that's part of the appeal of watching him
That's
play the
pretty
game.
cool.
So
Maybe
the
not
question,
even on purpose.
the question is did he meet his wife on the set, or were they already engaged or dating, and he recommended her to David
I'm
Cage?
pretty sure they met. They
'Cause
actually
I
met
would-
on the set.
I
They
would
did
be
most of
very
that together.
reluctant to recommend my
Wow.
potential wife to David Cage. So otherwise, you
I'm-
might make a scrapbook cover.
Oh.
You're at the Kino, and this middle-aged Frenchman comes up to your GF and gives her a scrapbook full of photos of her dating back to when she was a child. What do you do?
I don't know. Try and get money out of the game he's going to make. Sue him. That's the logical thing to
I
do.
think you could sue them just for the scrapbook. That's actually just stalking.
When he's streaming the video game, he has a little chip on his forehead.
Oh, yeah.
A little blue LED.
Yeah.
Do you make? I want.
Somehow we missed it, but the androids in Detroit get shipped around in like huge, goofy-looking action figure boxes that have blister packaging.
Yeah. I thought I
amazing.
mentioned that.
Oh,
The
I might.
store.
Well, it was you saying it, so I probably ignored you.
Are we
Imagine trying to open that.
in the podcast section me and JG argue about Detroit again, about Alice?
No,
Again?
we're moving on.
I like that
Um,
segment.
Well,
Bring it
speaking of
back.
actors, well, 3 out of 4 news items, all of them were about actors. Jim Carrey in talks to play Dr. Robotnik in live-action Sonic the Hedgehog movie.
He's not fat
Live
enough.
action.
Yeah, have you've heard about this? Or apparently Sonic's gonna team up with a police officer.
Well, this is only in
But
talk.
I thought there already was a live-action Sonic film starring the Nostalgia
Oh
Critic.
no!
I thought you were going to talk about the one where the guy commits suicide at the end.
Yeah.
Oh,
This picture
that is the one with a
pretty good.
Nostalgia Critic.
Oh, is he the autistic boy?
I don't know what's happening.
We're off our A game today.
Yeah,
Let me
I'd
tell
say
you.
Much
we're on
about
our A game.
Detroit. We shouldn't talk about Detroit anymore.
no, we need to stop. We were off
Okay.
Detroit. You're trying to bring us back,
Talking about
I'm
Mouse.
trying to
Sonic.
explain where he went wrong.
Mouse still in the cage.
I can't
Several
stand
weeks
that
later.
hedgehog.
Dude, really easy on love news. Todd
Jim
Howard
Carrey hasn't been in an
elaborated
acting role for a
on-
long time.
Well, I want to talk about this more. I hope
Okay.
it better
Talk
be
about
like
it.
it better be like the Mario Brothers movie.
It won't.
As
Well,
in, it
they're
has
like
nothing
Jim-
to do with Sonic.
Yeah,
That would actually make it more interesting, though. He's right.
Dr. Robotnik is a farmer on a farm when all of a sudden a meteorite hits his hedgehog farm and it turns one of his hedgehogs into Sonic, the fastest blue hedgehog in the world. They're best friends. But then one day, Dr. Robotnik kills a small child and Sonic don't like it, so they end up falling out. And then the Nostalgia Critic's here too. Jump in at any time, guys. Don't let me
I'm
fucking
sorry, I thought you were
die.
making that up as you were you like reading.
He
the
was.
plot? Oh,
I was
okay.
making up as I went along.
he was reading the plot synopsis.
I'll
Knock,
type
knock.
in chat when I need
Knock.
help to get out of a joke, okay?
Knock knock, it's the critic. I'm here to tell you about the Chaos Emeralds, how they allow me to feel shitty opinions about movies.
Great.
That's-
There you go,
What
Mitch.
movie?
In this segment.
More news.
There isn't.
Sick.
Yes, there is.
No. Todd Howard elaborated on why they keep releasing Skyrim.
Because people keep buying it. Wow.
What a surprise!
I can't
Whoa.
believe marketing.
I can't
The
believe
ultimate
Todd is-
twist.
I can't believe Todd is a victim blaming. What the fuck, Todd?
There is news.
Okay.
What's
Anime
the news?
Expo happened,
Oh.
and there are a bunch of games that were announced for localization.
Yep,
Already
Rants 8, Rants 9, and Rants 10 all got
On
announced.
Steam.
Has like rants just been normalized for?
Rants was
ban-
normalized
Yeah,
a
it's been
long time
normal.
ago.
I
Fine.
guess.
Rants make someone commit suicide and be shown on the news.
Rants doesn't make anyone kill themselves, and it's illegal.
Die from
Doki
dehydration.
Doki Literature Club does, and you can still get it. What the fuck?
Rants isn't illegal, by the way.
Yeah. It's white.
Oh, you sure about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Stop perpetuating Rand's culture.
Define legal. Anyway, the game I want to talk about that is announced for localized is Deathmark.
Announced for
Death
localized.
March?
Deathmark.
Deathmark. What's
Yeah, it's about-
Deathmark, Mitch?
It's about a man called Mark, and he goes
And he's
around
dead.
deathing people. No, it's a game while perusing the Japanese PSN store, I came across this game. The name translates to Deathmark, and it had a cool as fuck cover, and it's I guess the closest I can say it looks like is Tokyo Twilight Ghost Hunters in how it's presented.
Oh, that game that only I've played, yeah?
I own it.
Have you played it?
Look, there are two different questions, JG. Oh, that's the wrong fucking thing.
We're only doing one question per episode.
Mitch, this
How's
is
your
a
day?
real fucking good bit, by the way.
Cheers, fam. Here you
Should
go.
have
Fix it in post, don't worry.
Here's Deathmark. There's no fucking pictures here. Well, that's the cover art, and the cover art looks sick as fuck.
Well, I can't read what. There have to be pictures.
Mitch, where's the cover? I can't see
Why
any.
you post it in general,
That's
you
it.
fool?
Idiot.
Oh, sorry.
Hold on, I'll just
I
look
thought-
into
It's hot, okay?
What?
it. Hot enough to fall to concrete. We got you.
There's Deathmark.
Hot enough to kill yourself. That's why he really committed suicide. To beat the heat.
Oh, yeah, it's that game I had to find for you.
The game. No, you found it for me.
That's what I just said, Mitch.
Well, it's not like I asked you to find it. I just posted on
You-
Twitter, hey, does anyone know what this game is? And you were like, yeah.
That's a question. That's
yeah,
you
well,
asking.
I didn't direct it to him.
Yeah,
More
right.
news.
That's cool. That's all right.
There's fucking nothing, friend.
Did you post this because it's getting a Vita release? Fuck you, Mitch.
No, I didn't. It's getting a Switch port as well, surprisingly.
Hold on, fam. I got some news.
Everything is getting a Switch port, Mitch.
Except the games that the Switch peasants keep complaining about.
Like what?
I don't know, RE2 remake maybe?
Zenkai
DMC5
Zero
maybe?
got announced for a localization.
Do I
What
have to
is
play
that?
the other Zenkai, or can I start at 0, JG?
We'll find out when Mitch makes his video.
Not yet.
So, everybody here has heard of Danganronpa, right?
Yeah, sure.
It's my
so,
favorite series I've never played.
That guy was like, hey, I should make a dungeon crawler about clones and survival and stuff like that. And he did. And it's called Zenkai Zero. You're a bunch of clones, you're on an island, you grow up, you die. It's a roaring good time. Go look it up. It's fun.
Does it also have a shitty art style?
Damn.
Same art style, so probably.
Okay.
The
Oh,
Zero Escape
boy,
guy is making a new game. I forget what it's called. They announced it very recent. I can't.
No exit is what
You're
it's
worse than Mitch.
No, he said
I
news.
just woke up.
At least I post links.
I'm gonna post a link that none of you fucks will read.
Well, if it has pictures, maybe.
Yeah.
Also, I was looking for the link. I expected us to have more news than we have.
There's
Some
never
actors.
any news, JG.
We
No,
skipped over a
you
lot
don't
of
look
news
for
on that.
anything.
It's post E3. That's the problem.
There was a lot of news before E3 that we just.
Oh, actually, yeah, I have some of it. We can do. I can do that while we're
Yeah,
waiting.
do legacy news.
All right, legacy news. All the news that happened ages ago that no one cares about now.
All the news that you already knew.
Killer 7 is coming to PC, courtesy
my
Nisa. Is everyone excited? Oh boy! And
Fuck,
from the
no.
trailer, it looks like it's just the emulation of the GameCube version. Wow, amazing, great Nisa. And knowing Nisa, somehow it'll be shittier than if you just plop the GameCube version into Dolphin.
How do they keep getting away with it?
I think, like there was recently that something with Steam where like all of the amount of people who played every game got leaked, and Nisa's not doing too good.
That's good. That's a relief.
Turns out, when you make games not good, you don't get a good product. You don't get people buying your product. You die. Hopefully, please.
That's a hot take.
Wow, Nisa is bad. Hottest take of the century.
Very controversial opinion.
There's remasters of Yakuza 3, 4, and 5. Mitch, do you have anything to say about it?
3, the original Western release of 3 was censored to hell and back, so hopefully this version will be the uncensored version of 3. And
Probably.
hopefully 5 will get a physical Western release.
Probably.
I don't know if they're going to release them as one contained package or if they're going to be separate releases. I don't know.
I mean, that would be preferable.
Which one?
It might be like in Japan, because you can get people to pay more for less in Japan, I guess. They'll release them separately, but then they'll be part of a package in the West. I don't know.
And more legacy news.
Let's see. What else do we have?
Kill la Kill video game.
Fuck
Finally.
Who cares?
It's happening. It's going to continue the story.
Isn't it like a
and it's
beat 'em
gonna
up?
Kill la Kill
Years
Season
after
2.
everyone
It's not a beat 'em
stopped
up.
giving
It's
a
it's like a
Arcade fighter or some shit.
Yeah, third-person arcade fighter.
Sounds like shit.
Satsuki's the main character, apparently. And it's gonna have Junketsu's final form in it, apparently.
Sure, okay.
And I think it's gonna have gameplay at EVO.
I was just joking.
So Epic Games is being sued by the makers of PUBG.
Oh no, I don't want to talk about that anymore. I want to talk about Bethesda news with Westworld and Fallout Shelter.
Yeah.
Lots of good lawsuits lately.
Love lawsuits.
So
Except when I'm involved.
Bethesda
Oh.
made Fallout Shelter, which is a shitty iOS game about running a vault. You run a vault, and it's shitty. And then there's a Westworld game made by Warner Bros. I guess that it basically looks a lot like Fallout Shelter. I guess you're running the Westworld. But not just like based on design. Apparently they're using code, or they're allegedly using code from Fallout.
Do you know
Shelter.
how Bethesda found out they were using the code?
How?
Because the same bugs that are in Fallout Shelter are in this
Nice.
Westworld game. And the reason why it's the same code is because the same developer made Fallout Shelter and the Westworld game.
Oh, so it's the same shitty developer that they both
Yeah.
shopped it out to, and they just
Yeah.
reused the code.
What do you mean? I thought Bethesda made Fallout Shelter. Do you mean it's not a Bethesda game?
Well, most of it is. The subcontractor that they got to work on it they didn't work on all of it. That's why they have the buggy version. It was a build in it was a bug in a pre-release build that I guess that they had code for. They decided to use that.
Let me ask you a question. Sure, okay. Can't use the same code you did for something else. But if you write the same code twice, does it still count?
It depends on where you wrote it. That's why Carmack got in trouble. You can't just work on certain projects and then take those projects somewhere else.
But if I restart from scratch, but I happen to make the exact same number, I put the numbers in the same order again. Surely. If I write Harry Potter,
Here's the thing,
will I
though,
get
Mitch.
sued?
If you were working on the code, even the algorithm sometimes at a company, and then you go to another company and you try to use that, and they can identify it, meaning if there's a bug that's similar to the one in another one, they can say they did that work at our company. That's
But I'm
theft.
just a terrible programmer who happens to make the same bug over and over. You can't.
That's the thing.
So you're a Bethesda.
The bug and the game that they made were so similar that I think that anybody could say within a reasonable doubt that this is copied.
Well, yeah. Also, if it's same company who made both of them, and it's a similar game, then yeah. But I assume they'll have the source code as part of the trial. They'll have to go over it. Most likely they probably did copy it. I don't know. Is there any other news?
Will the court case be streamed in VR chat?
I'm sure
No,
it'll be really
probably not.
thrilling.
Oh, bug. What?
Yeah.
What did you say when I interrupted you?
No.
Any more
Do we
news?
have any more news? Yeah.
I think we're done.
Yeah, we do.
my
Abby
God.
has news.
Do I?
Anime news.
It's time for anime talk. Should we talk
You wanna-
about what we
the
watched
season?
last season first?
We'll talk about what we watched last season. So first off, I'll say what the best show of last season was. The best show of last season was Sword Art Online. Somehow.
I disagree. It was Hawaii.
Mm.
It was what?
What? Wait,
I meant to say Hinamatsuri, but Hawaii Mono came out of my mouth.
yeah,
I
that
finished.
this season.
You know what? Sorry, it was alright. Not anime of the season though. Sword Art Online ends up being the best show of last season because it had a complete show and like an actually good ending and like good writing. Because as it turns out, when you get someone who knows how to like write characters and stories, you can make something good.
I don't know.
One
Weird.
show I didn't catch up on. I'm on like episode 5.
I didn't care for it. I found most of the characters to be kind of grating.
They're significantly more interesting than the non-characters in every other Sword Art
Well,
Online material.
Wow,
I-
what a high feat!
I enjoyed
I've
them.
never consumed any Sword Art Online media before this, so I have nothing to base it on.
I enjoyed them. I liked their motivations. The action was good and over the top and stupid in a good way. It was
See,
good.
My problem is I don't care about Japs playing PUBG. If I did, I would just go on Twitch. I don't know. I didn't think the central conflict was remotely interesting. I don't know. Or
I
compelling.
think they used it well. I think it beat out Megalobox, and like Megalobox was really unfortunate. Like it builds up, it's really nice and exciting for the whole thing, and then you get to the last episode, and it's a bunch of fucking freeze frames, just one after the other, and it's
Well,
super. It's
Megalobox was disappointing throughout the season. The fights aren't well animated at all.
I enjoyed
the
a lot of the
reason.
fights. They managed
No,
to make them
they were poorly
interesting.
So did he die?
No! He didn't, JG! I fucking win! Again! You know nothing about anything in life! Oh, he's gonna die, Mitch? No, he fucking doesn't. Spoilers.
I also
go on.
I also really liked Hisaneda Masatan. It was really good the whole time until the last minute. Like, they fucked up the last minute of the show, and I won't go into it because that would spoil it, but like they forced it without explaining things that they really needed to. They could have fixed it with like one throwaway line, which is really unfortunate. I'd still recommend it though. Like the whole thing is really good. Just that last minute sucks.
Well, speaking of shows that ran out of steam, how did everyone feel who watched about the ending of Darling in the Franxx?
Do we have to?
I have not watched the ending yet. I am one
It's,
episode behind.
It's
I just know they
awful.
they need to go to space.
It's fucking awful. Like I was with it for like 19 or 20 episodes, and then they jumped the shark, and I was like, okay, where is this gonna go? And then they jumped the shark like 20 more times, and it's
When
just
was the
an
first shark
absolute
jump?
mess.
Yeah, but you can't jump the shark twice.
I like how they basically put every Gainax mecha series into a blender and mixed it up.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
first you got Evangelion, eventually it turns into Gurren Lagann, and then also Gunbuster.
Yeah, there's some Gunbuster and Diebuster and thrown in there for good measure.
Also, the people who make this show, it becomes really clear that they all really like the Kokoro Mitsuru ship, because that ends up taking up the entire fucking show.
Spoilers.
You've seen it.
I haven't, but
Oh, I
guess-
thought you meant ship. Like at the
What-
end, like
No.
their mech is the one that
Fuck
beats
that.
everything.
No, as a couple, they take up
I didn't-
all the fucking screen time. They
I didn't
become
mind
the
that.
climax of the series. It's
I didn't mind
stupid.
that.
And they don't. They are worthless, and they're a waste of time.
How
And I
dare
hate
you
it.
talk about true love?
I would have been fine with them focusing on Hero and Zero Two, but they get sidelined.
Yep.
Ah, it's so dumb.
Nah,
What an awful fucking show. Like, they tried to fit an entire other season into the last 4 episodes.
Supposedly it was supposed to be 27 episodes, not 24.
Weird.
Bird. I
Maybe-
thought it was supposed to be 30 because they had like the halfway point break after episode 15. So I was thinking, okay, they're just going to have an irregular number of episodes.
No.
That's fine. But no.
No.
It's disappointment, a lot of wasted potential.
Trigger really needs to figure out what they're doing, because they
I
keep
thought everyone was
doing
blaming
this.
A1 Pictures for this.
I'm blaming Trigger. Because they keep doing this. Does anyone have anything else to talk about?
Uma Musume was good all the way through, pretty much.
Yeah, it was alright.
The Squid
Um,
Girl show?
No, the Horse Girl show.
Squid Girl?
No, Horse
Mika
Girl.
Musume.
Uma. Uma means horse, and Musume means girl, Mitch.
I thought Shoujo meant girl.
That also means girl.
Shoujo
Yes.
means pure girl.
Oh.
Mitch
I see now. Your dirty horse girl.
Sis.
No, the girls are pure. I like how the creators ask people, please don't lewd them out of respect to the horses.
That's already happened.
Please don't fuck this horse, says the creator.
Well, they don't want them to lewd them so that they can actually make their fucking game, because the horse owners are pissed at the representation of their horses. I think one of the horse owners wanted to sue them because they made his horse a lesbian, and that
no.
negatively impacted the you want
The
good
horse's
suitors for
performance.
your horses so that you can breed better horses, and you don't want people thinking your horse is a lesbian.
There's some-
anime now.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for 5 minutes. There's some weird like lore where the horse girls are immaculately conceived or something in the show.
No, like the main special week has a horse mom. She dies, and then she gets another mom.
Oh, okay.
Like they're just another race of people. They explain it that like horses just showed up one day because like horse girls did. There aren't actual horses.
Well, yeah, there's horse girls.
Yeah.
So it's like a
something
reverse isekai. They just show up and it doesn't-
Shut up, Mal.
There's nothing about it that's isekai. I guess we could also talk about Cutie Honey. That was a show. It was really good in the middle, and then it was Cutie Honey.
I'm starting to notice a running theme when it comes to anime.
Yeah, they all end very poorly.
They end poorly, or they don't end. And it's like, haha, buy the light novel or buy the manga.
That's because anime is an advertisement.
I guess he's right.
Weird.
That's the real horror of life.
You know, it can be difficult to stick the landing with things sometimes. Sometimes things don't get a satisfying ending. And it's unfortunate because the ending's important.
Like our lives.
The ending's really important when the themes of your show depend on you sticking that ending. You fuck. So, anyway, looking forward, we've got a lot of shows.
Golden Kamuy was
Read the manga.
I think it was the best show of the season for me. I think it performed the best out of anything. I wasn't really expecting much, and it turned out to not just be a fun action show, but it's quite humorous as well. And it teaches you a lot about Native Americans that live in Japan, also known as Native Japans.
The Ainu.
The Inuits.
That's not what they are. They are. They're not Native Americans, Mitch. That's not how it works, you idiot.
I don't understand.
Fucking retard.
Native
What else?
Americans.
But what of the hairy people?
There's probably like 2 pieces of media that have the Ainu in them of like everything ever made. Okami
What?
and Golden Kamuy.
Yeah, those are the only 2.
Yeah.
What has the hairy people in it though? Nothing. They're unrepresented in all of Japanese media.
Well, did they get genocided?
Probably. No. There's still some.
Wow, there we go. Oh, okay.
Mm.
Maybe you know, they might be in lots of games. Might just cut off their hair.
Speaking of hairy,
Mitch?
Yeah?
hang on, shut up.
I'm sure
trying to think of the
it'd
word.
be really funny before you ruined it.
Harry.
Don't worry, we can fix it in post.
No, I'm not going
What's-
to fix it.
We never
What's another
do.
word for intelligent and cultured? Savages. Another
Retard.
word. Speaking of hairy savages, tell me about the next season of Shingi Kai no Kyojin.
Oh, I get it.
Person's at the end. That's all I know about. what-
Yeah, there's a blonde dude, and there's another season happening. That's happening.
Oh, who cares? What else
There's
is next
there's also
season?
another Overlord next season. Who gives a shit?
I'll
So
bet
I've
you
watched-
season 2.
I've watched a few shows this season so far, and I'm liking it, but also the season seems like shit.
Yeah, it does.
So
Isn't that
first-
what we say every time? Is
This
Well, I had
show
hopes
season
last
especially-
season. I had hopes with Megalobox and fucking
Yeah,
shit, but this looks awful this season.
yeah, this season's got a lot of trash. But so I started off watching Hanebado, which is badminton, the anime, which seems like it'll be good. It's got your standard like really well animated sports scenes. It's got some dumb drama about talent versus hard work, and hopefully it's just a lot of really good matches because that's good stuff.
There are no good
Um,
matches in badminton.
You could say they're bad.
Whoa. Mitten.
Oh. And then we got. What else do we got?
There's another season of Free. I'm excited for what's it
Yeah,
called?
of course.
Free
Of
Dive
course
to
you
the
are.
Future. What do you mean?
Well,
What's that supposed to
and-
mean?
Free is for Fujoshis and gay men, and somehow Mitch is both of those categories. I don't know how that works, but
What are
Yeah,
you talking
so-
about? It's a good show of swimming and friendship.
Moving on.
Close
So-
friendship.
We got Osmosis Jones, the anime.
What?
yes.
Yeah, Famosis Jones
yes.
finally.
Tell me
Oh.
about
Oh,
Osmosis
no.
Jones, the anime.
Osmosis Jones, the anime. So it's instead of focusing on a white blood cell, you focus on a red blood cell.
I thought you were
she-
going to say a yellow
Okay,
blood
but what's
cell.
it called? It's not
That's-
called
that's not
Osmosis
okay.
Jones.
Hataraku Saibo.
Stop ruining the joke, Mel.
It is a red blood cell who is a delivery girl who delivers oxygen to various parts in the body. She's friends with a white blood cell who murders the shit out of everything. But unlike Osmosis Jones, she's not voiced by Chris Rock. She's voiced by Hana Kana. So she doesn't have the attitude. She just has cute. The show seems like it'll actually be pretty good. It should be really enjoyable and fun. After that, we've got Planet With, which is, have you ever heard of Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer?
I have indeed.
Well, this
Person says
is
it's extremely good, and I don't believe them because I haven't heard about it from anyone else.
well, Lucifer.
What? It's
What?
one of the most popular manga.
I
Never
don't
mind, man.
believe you.
It's really popular, and it's never getting an anime. Instead, Planet With is by the guy who made that, and apparently he's already drawn like 1,000 pages of manga storyboards for this, and we're just getting a one-to-one adaptation of that.
Isn't that nice?
It seems pretty interesting. The only downside is that it's got some pretty not great CG in it, but it's interesting enough that I will put up with it.
Everything does now.
What?
Everything does now. Any mecha series.
Yeah, it's a
Pretty much.
shame.
I guess that's the best thing you can say about Darling in the Franxx is that I'm pretty sure none of the mechs were CG.
Said the people were CG.
Well,
Let's see. Then we got Chio-chan Goes to School, which is it was a lot more boring than I thought it would be. It could pick up, but it's a neat show. It's about a girl who goes to school. Things happen to her. What I think is going to end up being the best show of this season is Asobi Asubase, which is a surreal gag comedy, and it's about 3 idiots who beat the shit out of each other. It's great.
Three Stooges?
Basically, one of them is she has to pretend to be American because she pretended to be American as a joke, and now she's being punished for it.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. We've got some great English in it too, just because of that, and like just everything about it works really well. I think it's also from the same guy who did what was it? Mankind Has Declined?
Oh, Humanity in Decline or whatever.
Humanity Has Declined. That's it. So it's good quality stuff. That's pretty much
That's
everything.
all well
that
and good, but that's the lowest shit ever. We tell you what's going to be
Wow.
the fucking show of the season, Abby.
What is it?
This is a new Zoids.
Shut up.
Zoids show.
I'm the only one that talks about Zoids, and I have no interest in the show.
It's called Zoids Wild.
I think it says Zoid Wild there, Mitch. So
No, this is an S.
Yeah, it's only
What are
one
you talking
Zoid.
about? That's an S.
Idiot, Mitch. Shut up,
It
Mitch.
says Zoids Wild.
Shut the fuck up, Mitch. No, it says Zoid Wild.
So
I'm
it's
telling you,
wild,
it says
baby.
Zoid Wild.
It's called Zoid Wilds.
Yes. No, it's Zoid Wild.
I just
There's
pulled
one
up the
Zoid
chart
and one
here.
Wild.
Also, the actual best show of the season is going to be Grand Blue. So if you don't know what Grand Blue is, it's not Grand Blue, you fucking idiots.
Is that a swimming man?
No.
Grand Blue is a swimming manga about a group of just the worst individuals who decided to join a diving club, one of which cannot swim,
Ooh.
and they just sort of fuck around. There's one of my favorite bits. It's one of the earlier bits. Is the guy was like, "Listen, I need someone to set my room up while I go do something." And then like his otaku's friend's like, "Yeah, I got you, dog. Don't worry about it." So he just makes it the weebiest garbage. Puts up a bunch of dumb anime posters and stuff. Completely embarrasses him. It's a fantastic
So,
manga, and the show's gonna be great.
What you're saying is the 2 good shows this season are Osmosis Jones and 2 series of Seinfeld.
There's also Banana Fish. I don't know what this is, but it says while on tour in Iraq, an American soldier named Griffin suddenly goes mad, and that's enough for me.
Would it be like that? Did any of you ever watch that 3D CGI, the Usagi, as in USA GI, the rabbit GI thing?
Oh, Catch It
I
One.
never watched
That
that.
shit.
Oh yeah, that's the one. I hope it's like that.
No, I
That shit's
didn't.
Hardcore.
It looks like a serious drama to me.
Put the name Banana Fish, and it's just like a fucking PTSD American soldier killing people.
Action, adventure, drama, thriller.
So for things that are coming up, though, things I'm interested in. So we've got High Score Girl is finally happening. That got like delayed forever ago because someone had to sue it, but now it's finally going to be a show. So that'll be neat. There's a show called Joshin-chan Dropkick. The main character's named Urine. That should be good. That's all I care about with that show.
Is the show about the Yakuza's being made into...
Oh yeah, Backstreet Girls.
Is that coming out?
Yeah, that's the season 2. Yakuza's who are forced to go to Thailand and get turned into girls and become an idol group.
Oh no!
Listen, boys.
Well-
That's fine and dandy, but we got 2 major questions here. Two of the big boys. Who gives a fuck about Fully Cooley alternative and progressive?
I don't.
I do.
I've
Kind
never
of.
seen a Fully Cooley.
I might when
I
it
love-
fucking comes out.
Cool,
Yeah.
progressive is the alternative start.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not. It's dubbed.
Fuck.
There's no sub for it yet.
Oh, I don't know.
It's annoying.
That might be because Fully.
I mean,
Cooley's
if it was made with the dub in mind, I think it's fine.
I want to hear the continuation of the voice actors I know the characters as.
Well, I watched it dubbed first.
And you're dumb.
No, you're dub.
You're dumb.
All right, Fish. While
You're
they're doing
dumb.
their dumbass shit, give me your hot take that you were gonna make. Sorry.
You're
What?
dub, JG.
Oh, I was gonna say I might care about it when it comes out.
Yeah.
All right. The other hot question is I forgot Trigger's name for a second. The Trigger Patreon.
Oh
It's like-
yeah,
It's at like 4K.
that's fine. That's fine and good. Pay for that. Don't pay for subscriptions to shitty services or whatever.
Like,
don't
that
even-
actually helps
or
them also
buy.
make money from, making anime in
I
general.
don't even like Trigger that much, but yeah. It's
I
I-
like Trigger. I just want them to do
not
better.
you, Abby. I don't care about your opinions. I meant fish heads.
Wow.
I've liked half of every Trigger show I watch. Actually,
But
I
usually-
like
I mean,
I like less than half
anything's
of Kill la Kill.
better than the Miles Express.
But,
Isn't
yeah.
it Miles Express. Whatever.
Yeah,
yeah,
Mouse
the
Power.
Crunchyroll game.
All right. What's your take on this, Mitch?
On what?
The Trigger Patreon. Did you know about it?
No.
Okay. Trigger opened up a Patreon. How does it make you feel?
There are much worse things to open a Patreon for.
Are you going to give money to this corporation?
No. I
Mhm.
No,
don't,
I'll buy the merchandise.
I don't use Patreon.
But I mean, would you support Trigger?
I do support them by buying their
Shut-
Blu-rays and merchandise.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
But you can
Fuck.
directly support them now without buying their overpriced Blu-rays and merchandise.
But I get something in return. What do
I'm
I
sure
what do I
you
get
get-
for bidding?
You can
Uh,
see on their Patreon.
Yeah, they've got you can get their high quality art. I think they're releasing some of their like cells, like straight up cells, and they're releasing it like in a format to where you can see like the individual layers. If you want it to be an anime or something, that'd be interesting.
So, I have a question. Do lots of Japaneses use Patreon?
They're moving
they-
towards it.
They have their own thing. It's like Pixiv Fanbook or something. It's basically Japanese Patreon.
Yeah.
I think obviously, they're using Patreon because it's internationally known. Trigger
It
is
helps
that
them
is-
get more money. Some
Yeah.
people have both Patreon and the Pixiv thing.
My second question is, if Trigger could do this, and they're like, why doesn't every company in the world have a Patreon? If you
A
get
lot
me?
have
Start doing it.
Some have
Why
tried.
doesn't Ford Motor Company have a Patreon? Well,
Here's the
again,
thing,
get a little
though.
extra money.
People are okay with like an animation studio doing it because most animation studios have a hard time making it. Like there's the what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say illusion because that's mean, but there's the idea that animators that are living in horrible abject poverty because they kind of are.
Some of them are, yeah.
So, like, if an animation studio comes out there and says, hey, if you give us money, we will make life easier for our animators, people are like, I don't see how that's a bad thing. Whereas if Ford were to do it, you'd be like, I'm pretty sure Ford can afford to give people money without opening up a fucking Patreon.
Yeah.
All right. So
Also,
the
I
thing
think-
is,
People are more likely to give money to a creative thing than,
Ford Motor Company.
yeah.
Hey, they do creative thing. They make cars.
Yeah, they make cars. Yeah, he's right. The one Ford Motor Company executive listening to this podcast is going to be very hurt.
Hi.
So they are not
Yeah,
creative.
get to us when you're making
we'll
a
advertise your
car
shit.
anime.
I mean, the thing you do now for a big corporation group like that is that you have like a smaller thing, run a Patreon, and then you like announce that you have a partnership with that thing. That's what happens with a lot of video games. Like they'll say, "Hey, we're an indie group, and we need money for this cool game, teehee," and then
For
they'll
this Kickstarter.
and then they'll announce, "Haha, we're attached to a bigger thing." Don't worry about it though. They tried that shit a lot with what was the EA conference where like the lady went out and said, "Hey, if you buy these games, EA doesn't make any money. They're just putting their name on it for no reason. Don't look into it at all."
So basically, by giving money to Trigger directly, we're making them fat, decadent, and lazy.
All right.
Whereas they're
No, we're
Do you
making
know
it
what?
so they don't have to like sell plastic to make anime.
I'm
Did any of you-
joking, dude.
Did any of you watch the Little Witch Academia series?
Yeah.
Did
I
they manage to
plan
fuck
to.
that up too somehow? Because I don't see how they could.
It was all right, but it dragged in the middle. Which, I mean, makes sense because you're trying to stretch out a fucking OVA into like a 26 episode series.
Just have magical high school hijinks. How is that hard to
They
not
they
stretch
needed
out?
they added a serious plot to it.
Oh no.
You can do that.
Sure, and that's the result. Like, it wasn't bad. It was just kind of mediocre, I guess.
Work for Harry Potter.
Man, I'm
Yeah.
Studio's biggest fan. I'm Studio Trigger's biggest fan, but I hate all of their work.
I am
Hey.
studio fan, says Mitch.
Did anyone here say they were Studio Trigger's biggest fan?
I am.
Oh.
I like all their work, even the ones I haven't seen.
You're dumb.
No, you're dumb.
I think we're done with anime.
Go back
Yeah,
to watch
for
your
good.
badminton
Sorry.
anime,
My
Is that
what?
fucker.
My what?
What?
So what's next? Oh, it's one of Mitch's dumb fucking games.
It's one of my dumb fucking games.
This is the
Let me
good
tell
game
you-
though.
Let me tell you something, JG. You were talking about, man, Mitch, these ones are too easy. Well, sir, I've got a surprise for you.
That wasn't me.
As per
was
JG's
Mal.
request of having harder answers,
That wasn't
what I
me.
did was
Did you run them through multiple languages?
Welcome to Lost in Translation, the game where I took a video game title and I translated it to Japanese. Then I translated it into French. Then I translated it into Hindi. Then back to English. Here we
Mitch,
go, son.
Hold on,
Son.
Mitch. Before we start, I have to ask you a question. Did you use the thing that does this automatically, or did you individually translate them?
I had multiple tabs open, JG.
Oh my god,
fucking
Mitch
Mitch.
is the hardest worker.
For the
So-
dumbest reasons.
Are you just going to throw all of them at us, or are you going to throw the ones that at some point we will?
Did you
find
curate
out?
them at all?
Because some
If
will be
it's-
probably complete.
Some of them that
gibberish.
don't work, I threw away. But Mao, JG, you're a team, and Abby and Fishhead, you're another
Okay.
team. Here we
Hi,
go, get ready
JG.
for Lost in Translation. Here's the first one. Fishheads and Abby, if you get this right, you get a point. If you don't, it passes it to JG and Mao, who gets a chance to score. Here's your first one. Gravitational crowd.
Gravity Rush.
Ding, ding, ding. Good job, my friend.
I'd
That's
come
1
from-
point to you
That's
guys.
really- that's an easy
JG
one.
and Mao.
You're going to
wanted
give
a
us all
fucking-
the hard ones.
You
aren't
you
you?
wanted a hard one, remember?
No,
Mal,
I
just-
got a hard
just-
overall.
Mal, just
Get
shut
ready.
up through it. Just bit
Get
grin
ready.
there.
Mao, JG, here you come. Here's your next game. Full game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Mal, what is it?
Full game.
Full or fall?
Full. Full game.
What's it
Oh
full
my
of?
God.
Oh, you'll see.
full of game.
It's full of Mitch is full of it. That's what it is.
It's a really easy one, Mal. Honestly, I'm dead serious. Just think about it rationally. What game could be called full game? Come on.
Fallout?
If I pass it, no. Now these guys are gonna get it. Abby Fishheads, full game.
I don't fucking know.
See?
Gravity Rush.
No,
Wait.
it was Total War, dummies.
What?
Why did it get rid of Total War?
Huh?
But
How does
Full-
war become game?
I don't know, because war's a game sometimes. You know, all's fair in games.
All right.
shut
Full
the fuck up.
turn into total.
Okay,
Abby,
what's the next
Fishheads,
one, Mitch?
The Last Maintenance.
Last Guardian.
Yeah, good job,
There is no last maintenance.
JG
There's
and
just more
Mal.
maintenance.
Here's your next one.
Oh.
Try harder this time, okay? Evil Inside.
Evil Within.
Yeah, there you go. See,
Ew.
getting it.
There's evil
Fishheads,
outside.
Abbey.
too.
Fishheads Abbey, you ready?
Yeah.
Deserted.
Abby?
Hi.
Yeah, what is it, Abby?
Left
Left 4 Dead.
No, it was
Fuck.
Devil May Cry.
You didn't give them the chance?
But
He
Don't
said
worry.
it.
Give
You said Left 4 Dead.
I wouldn't have got that either. So
I
Oh
would've
yeah,
said-
I forgot to
was
pass
gonna
it
say
over. It's
Uncharted.
really hard.
Idiot.
you.
JG, Mao, I'm not trying to sabotage you guys, not getting you guys points.
Okay.
Next one, Dragon's Wreath.
Dragon's
Wreath?
Wreath?
Is it
Yeah.
Christmas?
Dragon's Dogma.
No,
What?
Fishheads Abbey.
Oh fuck!
Dragon's Wreath.
Dragon's Crown.
Shit.
Yes,
Shit.
Fucking
Cool.
idiot.
Fishheads
I would have
Abbey.
answered Dragon's Dogma too if it had gone to its first.
Scattered House.
Splatterhouse.
Yeah,
Oh, we're real good at this.
Yeah.
JG Mao. It's the last one for Pride.
Those are
Really
shit.
bad at this. Avoid Bug Island.
Escape
Tingle's
from
Magical
Bug
Adventure.
Island.
Fishheads Abbey. What is it?
I said
Escape
But
from
JG
Bug
answered-
Island.
Yeah.
Mao
Weird.
started answering first, but he hesitated, and so
No, I
JG
didn't. No, I
stepped
didn't.
on it.
Hesitate.
I
Never
shouldn't
hesitate, Mal.
I was louder. That's why I won.
Yeah.
That's why you lost.
Anyway, it doesn't matter because we won. Because we're cool.
I thought Mitch's Pride Month
What?
hint is why I said Tingle.
I don't think it was a hint.
No,
I think
he's-
it was just.
I'm not
I
even
keep
gonna
forgetting
bother
there's
to
a
count
fucking
how
Captain
many
Tsubasa.
points people had because I know that Abby and Fishheads won.
I'm glad we have this game.
Mao,
It's really
JG,
good.
have you won a game?
Yeah,
Yet?
we won.
When did you win?
I
We
care
won all
about
the
winning-
games before this one.
No, we didn't.
I
No, you
care about
didn't.
winning the game of life.
Considering me and Mal have never been on the same team.
Well, I don't think JG's ever won. I
You're
think
right,
he's the
I've never
weakest
won.
link. Yeah.
Because I never
Uh,
play.
Abby.
Hi.
Oh, waifu of the week. You guys know Shaman King?
I know of it.
I know about
What-
shamans.
What girl do you think I like from Shaman King?
Is it the
I bet it's a
sister?
boy.
It's the woman.
It's the woman.
It's the.
That's where you're wrong now.
It's the Vegeta's sister, isn't it?
You're right, JG.
I'm pretty sure we've
Weird.
talked about it. That's why I know.
Maybe. It's Tao Jun from Shaman King, who is the Chinese sister who has a British accent.
Doesn't she have like weird torpedo titties?
Yeah,
No, I don't think so.
she does.
I don't recall her having big torpedo titties.
Mitch,
I didn't say big.
Absolutely
I said
does.
weird.
Mitch confirmed for
Like
liking
weird.
torpedo titties.
They're
Better
the
than
ones
banana
saying it.
tits.
I like her for her personality.
You're right.
Abby, shout out.
Shout out to Jello. Jello's alright.
What's your favorite kind of Jello?
I don't like Jello. Shout at Brainlets, the lot of you. You know who you are. Fuck you.
Oh yeah? What have they done to you now?
I didn't say anything, Mitch.
I agree with Abby. Brainlets are the worst. Everyone needs to be smarter.
Mal, you hate nerds.
That's true. But people also need
Be
to read
street
books.
smart. Shop S smart. Fish heads.
Well, I had
Out.
a different shout out that I was going to do,
And then you forgot.
but I'm gonna save it for. No, I
You're a
have
brain
I have it written down. Don't
I'm
worry.
gonna save it for where I forget it.
I'm gonna save it to forget about it next time. It's gonna be great. So instead, I'm gonna shout out to when really dumb companies and organizations have automated things for on Twitter. For example, you know, a more minor thing would be like if you have a bot or something or some kind of automated thing on your account that makes a tweet whenever someone follows you that says, "Hey, insert name, thanks for the follow." So, you know, as a result, you'll get, "Hey, at Gas the Kikes, thanks for the follow."
Gas kites every nig.
Yeah, it works great.
Oh no.
Oh no, there was a
But-
character limit.
There was a better one just recently. There was a hashtag TomTVLA where it was some TV station, presumably in Los Angeles, that set up a hashtag on Twitter where when you would tweet a picture at it, it would broadcast it on TV.
Oh no!
Only in the bar, I believe.
Why would you do that?
I don't know what they thought would happen, but
Yeah.
people immediately started spamming hentai at the tag until they had to turn the TVs off in the bar.
How long did it? Oh,
What do you expect to happen?
I wonder if this is the first time like this is kind of thing has happened because it will surely happen again.
Wasn't there something with like Saudi Arabia recently where they had a similar thing?
I
Go
remember
on.
there was something like this with a billboard or something. An American. Oh, I think I remember. There was a big billboard in New York. I think you could tweet pictures at or something, and people tweeted Christian gay pictures at it. There's like pictures of Christian saying it's okay to be gay or something. And
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Chris.
Yeah, the place is a gastropub. Is
What-
it
a
gastropub
what?
kind of like a silly name? Pubs serve food anyway.
Oh no, someone tweeted the cursed Subway picture. No!
Oh yeah?
My chocolates are melting. I need to put them in the fridge.
Oh my god, Mitch, stop being so fucking British.
Maybe you should have eaten them faster than you dumb. So anyway, the moral of the story is don't
Just
set-
don't. Just don't.
don't do that. Don't do that. It won't
There's a
end well.
limit. There's a limit to customer interaction, and it's
Also
stopped
to characters.
at hentai.
Anyway, so I'm gonna shout at Aeon Genesis for shutting down the if translation patch.
Oh, did he
Because-
do that?
Yeah, due to it's on hiatus due to harassment. Probably because people, and I had no part in this. I just want to emphasize
Wink,
that
wink.
I definitely never did anything like this.
Hint,
I
hint.
never tweeted finish the if patch, you fucking faggot, at him on Twitter. I
Wink,
never
hint.
did that.
I
What?
also never would randomly write in
Nudge,
Twitter
nudge.
hashtag things if translation win.
Yeah, so Shin Megami Tensei, if it's never getting translated, you would be better off learning Japanese if you want to play it. So, yeah.
I find it really funny that all the people that are learning Japanese were the ones shitposting it.
Yeah. Yep.
Like the people who don't care whether or not the translation comes out, where the people are like,
Yeah.
yeah, fuck you.
I mean, even then, there's like English guys on how to play it if you want to get into that bullshit. But, yeah. So, Eon Genesis, I think they have a big head because they're very well regarded, or at least were. For people who aren't familiar with them, they were the group that, namely, did the original English translation of Cave Story. That's current, I guess, regarded as better than the Nicalis version.
What happened to Pixel Fishheads?
He got fucked over by Nicalis, I guess.
Wasn't there something like he lost his baby or something?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't follow that. I mean, I don't really pay close attention to what he's doing, but all I know is that he's just making small games now. And meanwhile, Nicalis basically takes credit for making Cave Story, which is a fucking travesty.
So don't trust people whose names start with N.
I mean, like, to be fair, they've been putting out translations left and right here recently. It's just that people hate the fact that he just picks up so much shit and then doesn't give any sort of insight into what he's doing. And when people ask him for like the smallest bit, hey, can you say that like you looked at it today or something?
Mm-hmm.
They'll go like, oh, don't ask me questions. You people harass me all the fucking time. And then people actually harass him, and then he has his evidence.
Well, okay, see, that's the problem. Every fan translator does this. They pick up so many games.
Here's the thing: it's not
None
really
of them
the.
are ever going to get finished.
It's never the fan translators that do that. It's always the. See, when you talk about this, you have to break it down into two groups. There are people who actually translate, and there are people on the hacking side. The hacking guys are usually hush hush about it because they have to do that. But the translators, like the person that did the whatever Falls game, she's like, listen, I'm not a part of this group. Here's the script. It's been done. People should talk to me. It's the game that was like Twin Peaks before whatever that game.
Premonition.
Deadly Premonition. It's the game that's like Twin Peaks before Deadly Premonition. I can't remember what it's called.
I heard about.
So she finished the script, and she had like some guys working on the hacking and stuff, but they wouldn't get back to her because those guys are like that because that's just how that scene is.
They're autistic.
A lot of them think that they'll like get sued because they're hacking into stuff.
Maybe.
So they're real hush about things.
I should say something I've heard about. At least one of the Eon Genesis guys he's kind of a shit because this also relates to Shin Megami Tensei. The original fan translation of Shin Megami Tensei was kind of a mess. One route of the game is completely unfinishable because of a bug, and it came out before there were official names for a lot of the demons and moves, because Nocturne was the first officially translated mainline game that had most of those. So as a result, I guess he said at some point that he was going to make a patch that would fix the bug and change all the demon names and spells and everything to reflect the official Atlas versions. Now, because this is him, that never actually happened, and someone else wound up doing it, and apparently he flipped shit and got pissy with them. Said, I was gonna do it eventually. Fuck you for doing my work. My job for me that I can't get done.
People have said it before, and I guess I'll reiterate that the div system that a lot of this shit works on is really weird and annoying. So if somebody calls dibs on a translation, or if somebody's finished something, you don't like step over them and do it, even if like you actually want to do it. See, I think a lot of people didn't pick up if because I think Gideon was working on it, which is I know people have called since he was talking about stopping it for him to release that shit so they can do it. Let's see if he actually does that.
Oh, he won't. He won't. All right, that's me.
AG.
Oh man,
Hey.
things that I like. So I want to give a little shout out to Seven Seas Publishing. The madmen, the absolute fucking madmen, they decided to publish the Tenchi novels.
Oh,
So I'm gonna pick those bad boys up, learn about Sasami masturbating while Tenchi has sex with Aika, and him fucking everybody in that house. It's a roaring good time. They also did, I think they did the Legend of Galactic Heroes books. So they've been fucking.
I'm looking. I know they also did the Monster Girl encyclopedias, the official translations of those.
They did not do the Legend of Galactic Heroes books. I'm sorry. That was
Okay.
Haruka
Me.
Soryu, whatever that is. Anyway, yeah, good stuff. I'm gonna enjoy reading that after I finish all the Legend of Galactic Heroes.
good luck.
They're not that long, and the print is really big. So, things I don't like, I want to shout at my job. I have to go in today. Today's my day off.
Wow.
Yeah, working sucks, doesn't it?
It's not
Oh.
the day off if you have to go in, JG.
Well, my buddy's sick, so I'm not too hung up about it. He's been sick for a while. He finally called in.
Finally called in on the day you had to go in, huh?
Yeah, Mitch, you want to try that again, buddy?
Yeah. I don't have to work today.
Mao, it's your time.
My shout out is to the England team. They're coming. It's coming home. They're gonna win.
Got that retard
Oh.
soccer ability, the
I was,
Rain Man of soccer.
I was about to call the World Cup the Royal Cup.
It will be the Royal Cup, boy.
They're gonna be knighted by the Queen in Buckingham
It's not even a
Palace.
cup. You can't even put liquids in it.
He's
Is
right.
that fucking Forrest Gump as the goalie?
Leave him alone.
He's not British. And again, half the team isn't either.
Damn.
That's a lie.
Damn.
Alright, it's coming home. Screen cap my voice. If I'm wrong.
Crank out my voice.
I'm probably.
Who are you guys gonna
Hang
play
on.
against in the final round?
We don't know. The finals haven't been decided.
I'll fucking screen cap the sound meter thing in Audacity of you saying that. Post it if you're wrong.
Is it possible for it to be Mexico versus England?
No, I
There-
think we're going.
And there's
Yeah,
only
so
European countries in the fucking tournament. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know Mexico got knocked out.
No, it's gonna be
Euro-
Russia. It's gonna be
Euro.
Russia, and then
No,
when Russia
Russia-
wins,
Russia-
people are gonna
Russia's
complain
already- Russia's
that the
already
Russians
out.
hacked.
Isn't it
Russia's
like
Oh,
once?
no.
already out.
The Russians hacked
Damn.
the scoreboard.
Yeah, they
I
hacked
know
the
France
World
is still in, right?
France,
France
Croatia, Belgium,
Belgium and us.
and UK.
God, I hope France wins. That'll be a
They're
good
gonna
time.
win. The French are probably gonna win. They're playing really good.
Uh,
I hope Belgium wins. They're doing really good, and
I
they haven't
do
won
not
a World
hope
Cup
Belgium
before.
wins.
I don't give a shit about your dumb football.
And my shout at is like breadcrumbs. The idea. Let me explain.
Oh my fucking
What?
god!
Fuck you. Eat shit.
I hate
Mitch!
croutons.
No.
Moving
Yell
on,
my
I'm not
Mitch.
name.
talking about those kind of crumbs. You have to like the little crumbs that happen when you eat bread, like toast.
No,
Like,
crouton.
yeah,
I was
what?
trying to save you with croutons. Shut up! You're not gonna
Well,
complain about
Mitch,
bread.
like
you
shit.
go
croutons.
instead. Mao is
What?
a fucking disgrace.
How does no
What?
one else have this problem when they eat?
No, everybody has problem with crumbs, Mal, but no one's gonna say I hate crumbs.
I'm sorry, but I have to eat a lot of toast.
You know what? Fuck dust.
Oh,
He's like out there
I'm
like
now. The biggest struggle in my life is crumbs from eating.
I'm sorry.
I thought he was complaining about like when he tries to leave a trail of breadcrumbs, like he's in some sort of fairy tale.
I
When
thought
I
he was-
go into the woods and I
Whenever
have
I
to
do
complaining
eat
that,
trail.
birds keep fucking
Or-
eating my breadcrumbs.
That's why he hates birds.
It's all
Oh,
coming
Mal,
together.
if you hate crumbs, yeah, get some birds. They'll solve both your problems.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah,
yesterday
I'll
I
choke
saw
on
I
you.
saw
Load.
a pigeon intimidate another pigeon. And it was really funny. It was in our garden. It was on like.
My hatred of birds is over now that I know that they're huge bully asshole alphas.
I don't mind pigeons. Pigeons don't sing. They just sort of go.
They just shit on everything. They're called flying rats for a reason
Well,
now.
they don't shit on me. That's not
If
actually
birds
true.
went to the gym, Mal would like them.
Yeah. I've been
If
shit-
breadcrumbs
how many
went to
times-
the gym, Mal would like them.
How many times have you been shit on by a bird? I've been shit on once.
Never.
Every time
Zero.
they fly, they style on me.
Dude.
They dab. They dab at me. I see them in the air with their wings. They fly by and dab. I'm like, fuck you,
They
man.
dab and they crash because they can't fly while they're doing it, but it's worth it.
They roll immediately
They
in the air.
Crash into a
crashing.
window and
Here's something
die.
that'll cheer you up now. Did you know that big wind turbines kill loads of birds?
I did that.
Because,
yeah.
Because they just fly right towards them because they don't know what the fuck they're looking at, and they
It's
just
like- it's
smash
like
into them and get
moths.
cut up.
It's like moths. Like how
I don't think
moths
they get
consumed.
cut up. I think they just hit them at such speed that it kills them immediately.
My mum keeps opening up the
Me
window
mum.
at like night to let in the cool air. The problem is I have my
All the
light
birds
on.
just come in then.
She's letting the crystal magic out.
Let out the
So-
crystal magic. The birds come.
Why
in and
don't
dab
you
on
have
all of them.
screens, Mal, to put on the windows?
Because we're British.
Put up
You're
some
not
dream
Fucking
catchers.
idiot! You don't have
I'm
a
not
screen
pointing to
license.
Screens.
We don't use screens.
We don't need
use-
screens.
We don't use
We
air
don't live in a country
conditioning.
filled with mosquitoes.
No, he's right.
Oh, just centipedes.
There's
Every
not a lot of
country has
centipedes
centipedes.
I've
Close
never
enough.
seen a house.
I doubt a
centipede, so-
screen would stop a centipede.
It
No,
would.
that's the. Never mind. Anyway,
I want-
Mitch,
I'll
do your
shout-
fuck.
I'll shout out to a man called, I think he's called Joseph Carter. He's
thought you were gonna
also
say
known as-
comb me.
What? He's known as the Mink Man. He does a YouTube channel where he gets mink from mink farms and he trains them to be hunters. And he's a pest control man. And it's interesting how he can tame these supposed wild animals. Makes a cool little creature. They're like an otter, except not an otter at all. They're more like a weasel.
A weasel? I think
A
you'll
weasel,
find.
more like a weasel and a ferret.
These
Uh,
weird fucking land otters.
Do they like?
Um,
Do they like slam rats against their stomach?
That'd be hardcore.
Just fucking
It's cool.
pile drive them into the ground and then eat them.
So YouTube's channel's not for the faint of heart though, because you get to see fucking rats get fucking owned by mink and dogs. But it's still interesting.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
too busy trying to look at pictures of birds getting
Is it-
destroyed by wind turbines. Are you talking about
Do-
more animal cruelty?
yeah. Why wouldn't you just aren't ferrets domesticated for flushing rats out of holes?
I think
You should.
minks are smaller and I think they're a lot stronger.
Okay.
I don't think ferrets are made to hunt fucking rats.
Yeah, they were.
Especially,
That's why they were
especially-
domesticated to flush vermin out of holes.
I mean, if you
maybe
really
to
want
flush
to
them out,
just,
but not to kill them.
if you really want to kill everything, just get a cat.
No,
No,
but the thing
no.
is the ferrets and the minks can go in the holes, Abby.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, cats are basically liquids.
Well, he has a dog. Like he gets the mink to flush the rats out, and usually, and then
The dog
gets
kills
them
them.
most times.
He needs to get a fucking
When he-
a chicken.
gets
That
them
chicken will
sometimes.
fuck everything up. Chickens
Mm.
don't fuck around.
Oh yeah, but if you do that, eventually you'll awake the chicken's bloodlust. and it'll
No,
start
the
thinking
problem
it's a
is-
dinosaur and it's better than you.
is that chickens shit on every vertical or horizontal surface
He's
when
right.
you have them around.
I don't think a ferret could take on a muskrat. Muskrats are badass.
Might as well just get a
They're-
fucking mongoose.
There are tons of mongooses, mongoose.
Mongooses.
Mongai.
Muskrats are
Mongoose.
real life rackets.
Mangakas in Hawaii for that reason because they
Yeah.
want to get rid of the rats.
The- Does he
Manga
let-
pie.
Does he let his animals eat the rats? I guess.
Well,
Uh,
no, you take the rat carcass and throw it away. Of course, you let it eat the rat.
No,
Oh.
he trains them to kill the rat, put the rat in a special hiding box, and then he feeds them like ground up muskrat.
He slowly trained the dogs so that they can crucify rats and put them on little crosses as
I
a
think
warning.
he
to
sells
others.
the dead rats as snake food. I think.
Oh,
I'm just imagining these dogs dressed up like Caesar's Legion guys.
So wait, there's one that's wearing
A
the
dog's
skin
head
of
on his
another
head.
dog on top of it.
These rats are degenerates and
Would it
profligates.
be fucked up if he had the skin of a human, though?
That would be,
Oh.
yeah. Yeah, we found it's human trespassing on our farm. That makes him a varmint, and we can legally kill him.
He
So
won the
it's-
lottery though, so we barked at him.
What would dogs farm?
They don't
smaller
farm.
dogs.
The Caesar's Legion.
No. Oh.
It would make
Shout
Western.
out.
Yeah, go on.
It's England for not fucking getting out of the World Cup. Come on,
What?
lads. I'm sick of these fucking England
right.
songs on the radio. They're awful. Make them stop.
I
What?
hate my
If we
fucking
lose-
country. Also, don't
If
make
we
fun of my
lose-
country.
If we lose, I can make fun of my country. You
Are there
can't.
any good English exports?
No.
The
Everything
suits,
your culture is based on,
the
JG?
Queen.
Maybe?
No.
Christianity.
Yeah?
Ah, yes, Christianity, the English
Oh,
Oh
export.
yes, Protestantism. What a great export. Fuck you.
Beer.
Yep.
No.
That
No.
very English thing.
Alcohol.
You know?
Guns.
What?
Mal, try
I don't
harder.
have any.
Furniture.
Genocide.
I thought of
Guys.
things before you did, apparently.
I'm just making shit up.
Not our gene pool. Thanks.
Forks! Forks! Sandwiches!
Aston
Wellingtons!
Martins. English football fans.
The plane!
Shitty celebs that die of cancer. Thanks. Let's go on.
Guys, garbage.
What have you been playing, Abby?
I've been playing Devil May Cry,
Which
Uh,
one?
the first one,
Starring Dante?
starting
No.
with regular Dante. I never actually played any of the Devil May Cry games, but now that it's actually going to be relevant again, I can start to get into the series. Playing the first one is kind of rough.
No,
It's-
it's not. It's fine.
No, it's fine.
No, it's not
It's
fine.
fine. It is
Especially the camera. When the
Okay,
camera
good.
just spazzes out, or it decides to just not follow the enemy that it's supposed to be locking onto, and then the enemy shoots projectiles that I can't see.
I don't think it follows the enemy. I think it always locks onto Dante.
So like I've gotten up to the third fight against Virgil, and sometimes he'll just pop up to one or the other side of the room and start throwing swords at you.
Mhm.
And the camera is supposed to lock onto him so that you can see the swords he's throwing at you, so you can dodge them. Sometimes the camera just doesn't do that and focuses on Dante as he's looking at a wall, and then you have to dodge projectiles that you can't see off screen.
Well, it's fixed
Uh,
cameras, so you need to get to the camera area that has the right camera you want.
All right, Abby.
It will auto
I-
lock on sometimes it just doesn't.
I managed to do that third Virgil fight, and Nero Angelo, whatever.
Nello
That third-
Angelo.
Nello Angelo fight, and I'm worse at Devil May Cry games than I am at most games, which is saying something.
I beat
So
the
if
fight.
you
It's
can-
just a
oh, okay.
really, it's a terrible camera that is actively antagonistic at this point. It's terrible. Other times you're
I wanna
fighting an
know-
enemy. Other times you're fighting an enemy, and the camera is positioned right behind them, and like you have to move around to another camera on the other side of the room in order to actually fight them. Like, it's really bad. The camera is terrible, and I hate it.
Camera.
The combat is bare bones. I can appreciate it. It's okay for what it is. I think I'd enjoy the game overall a lot more if I were playing it when it was actually relevant. But for what it is, I am appreciating it. I am enjoying it. Just the camera is really bad. Jesus
Wait
Christ.
until you get to that final boss. I want to see. I want to see you fucking squirm.
You're not gonna play
I'll
DMC2,
get through
are
it.
you?
I'm gonna play DMC 2.
You shouldn't.
I know I shouldn't.
DMC2 gets a bad rap but
For a reason,
not
I'm
as
sure.
bad as people say.
DMC two.
DMC2.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be terrible, but I'm going to play through it anyway. I'm going to give it one playthrough. I'm probably not going to play through DMC 1 any more times. I'm also not really going for the secrets. I found one, but like, I don't. You have the whole mansion, and it's separated into chapters, and things change between chapters. I don't want to explore the mansion like. I don't know how many chapters there are, but I don't want to explore it so many times just for secrets.
You don't want
seems-
to double check.
It's
yeah,
fine,
double
Abby.
check.
No one does
Awful.
the secrets in Devil May Cry. No one.
Um,
Fish, before we go on, though, you left. Is everything good with Soundbot?
yeah, no, Soundbot's fine. I was just, I had my voice in the red, and everyone was roboting for me. But I think knock on wood, Soundbot's fine. Now I was gonna say, when you do DMC3, you should definitely install the Style Switcher mod.
I don't know.
No,
if you
that'll
should.
break the game. That breaks
No,
the
it-
game.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. It's fine.
You want the original experience.
I'm getting the original HD experience.
I got something to tell you, Abby.
Yeah?
DMC2 is 2 campaigns.
That's
We'll
fine.
leave it
I'm fine playing through things. I appreciate it. I really enjoy the game so far, but I think I'll enjoy it a lot more once I get to 3.
Yeah, 3 and 4 are the best in the series.
That's what I hear.
Well, before 2. But
One's not good, Mitch.
One's fine.
it's fine.
It's aged very poorly.
No, it hasn't.
Well,
It
it was. The thing is I'm sure you
I
know
already
the
know
history
it's
of it.
supposed to be a Resident Evil game.
Yeah. So it was kind of roughly made.
Right, like it's rough. I can appreciate it, but like today's standards, it's not great. Especially since like I played Bayonetta before playing this game. That kind of spoils me on a lot of things.
Maybe.
Because like I don't like that you don't have a dodge, you just have a jump, and that took a while for me to get used to. Because that's awkward
And,
as hell.
In 3, you get
Yeah,
it. And in 3, one of the styles gives you a dedicated dodge. So
That's good.
In 2,
I also-
there's a dedicated dodge button.
I also don't like that, like, in order to shoot things on the ground, you have to hold right button and press, like, square.
Hold
But
on.
you have
buttons
on the controller that you're not using.
Nick, I don't know if you can do it in Devil May Cry 3, but you can definitely do it in 4. What you want to do is map guns to left bumper and like map double trigger.
hang on a
to-
minute, Abby. You aren't playing the. Are you emulating it?
I'm playing on Steam.
the
Okay.
HD collection.
Because I was gonna say, like the original North American and European versions have a really fucking awful control scheme.
It's not great. Like, they give you a few options. They give you 2 options. I'm
No,
just-
they fixed it in the HD version.
Okay, but like it's still weird. Like you have unused buttons on the controller. You have like square and circle do the same thing. Like why? It's so weird.
But anyway, at least definitely in 4, because in 4 Nero's charge shot is extremely useful, and you won't be able to like charge that without having to hold down fucking square.
Right.
So just remap
Yeah,
that shit.
yeah.
All
But
right.
he's away off that.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I'll be going through them hopefully before 5 comes out. Fish.
Hi, I played The Silver Case, which is the visual novel that Suda51 made, which was, I believe, his first major game.
No,
Yeah.
Fire Pro.
Well,
First one he
that-
directed.
Yeah, the first game he directed. Which it's very serious and dry. If you're used to the more humorous Suda games, you'll be quite surprised by it. I actually liked it a lot, although it's hard to follow sometimes because a lot of the time it's hard to tell which character is talking and to keep track of all the characters. Because there's a lot of Japanese names, and they can use they'll sometimes refer to them by their first name and sometimes by their last name. But it's really interesting. So if you've played Killer 7 and like that more than Suda's later work, it's definitely more in line with Killer 7. In terms of the story and the stuff it does, it's really good. Like it a lot. Go play it. Although if you want gameplay, then you're out of luck because it's
Also,
pretty much all reading.
don't read the pseudo.
Tell me about them puzzles.
There's some really shitty puzzles that I feel could put people completely off the game that are in the first chapter that only show up in the first chapter, thankfully. And then you barely ever see another puzzle for the rest of the game. Like sometimes the game remembers that there could be puzzles and it has puzzles and then they go away again for hours. But yeah, it's good. Stop that,
JJ.
Mitch.
Hold on, I was shitposting. I've been playing Pillars of Eternity 2 Deadfire. Recently beat it. It's the combat in Pillars of Eternity 2 is... Yeah, what's up?
You
What's
talked
up?
about this game already.
Yeah, but I finished it.
Oh.
I'll talk about something else.
Wow.
That's fine.
Don't let
So
him control you.
I've been playing Evan Eckel. I think that's how you pronounce the name.
Oh, that's the porn game, isn't it? Of
Yeah,
course.
Eva's Nickel.
Sorry,
Evan Icicle.
I don't remember much about the game, and I don't feel like talking about it. So just skip me. I haven't really been playing video games, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. It's been a real dry spell here for me.
Video games are dumb anyway.
Have you ever heard of this game series, JG? It might be for you. Called Call of Duty. You play as a soldier, and it's weird because it's not turn-based. Like everything happens all the time, and you're seeing, like, you're in his head. I mean, like you're his eyeballs. If you know
Mitch,
what I mean.
whatever bit you're
Like the
trying to
cat.
do here, you're not doing it well.
Mao,
Hello.
it's hot, Mao.
Yeah, it's fucking hot. Go.
What
fan.
are you doing?
What am I doing? I don't really want to play video games right now, even though I'm getting
Well,
a
let me
Switch,
tell you, there's a
so-
great game series you might be interested in called
Called what?
Hot Mao. Talk.
Oh, you
Hot
want to talk
Mao,
about
oh
video
no.
games. You know, I thought you were going to introduce something from.
Oh, you see, Mao, there's this amazing management game called Free Cities. You
What?
play as a man in a very
Can I talk about you more here?
libertarian
Because-
society who happens to own people.
I don't know this. Can I talk about No More Heroes 2 now?
Go ahead.
No.
Okay. I don't know what you people were doing. Like,
Will you
what
talk
is-
about the
What do you
fucking
mean,
video
you
games
people?
Anyway, No More Heroes 2. I liked it. Fish was there, cheering me on. JG was also there. Animesh was there once.
I sure
no,
was
wasn't.
cheering you on.
Wow,
I
that
liked it.
sure is the gameplay you're talking about here, buddy.
I liked it more than the first game because I played Heroes Paradise, which has some problems.
Yeah, the bad version.
No More Heroes 2. Really, bear me using the first game. I agree while I'm playing the game, but for some reason, when I'm outside the game, the boss themes, none of the boss themes stick out to me besides Margaret Moonlights, obviously. And the one where you play as Henry. But the gameplay is good. It feels a lot better than No More Heroes 1. I didn't use motion controls because I was emulating on my
Wow.
super legit modded Wii where
You were
my
playing it with the classic controller, which is
Cool.
something you can do.
cold
on the
sat on
Wii.
my Wiimote and nunchuck. It's broken now.
You
Cool.
can get the Wiimote to configure with a totally legitimate copy of what
Totally.
you were using.
Yeah.
Must you always call fat in every episode of this
Yes.
podcast?
Until he loses weight. I don't know. I really liked it. I like the bosses. The enemy variety made it a lot better. There's not a whole lot, but it's better.
You like the bosses, huh? How do you like that final fight?
No one likes the final
No.
fight. The final fight
I
is...
like the final fight.
No, you don't. That's not
No.
true.
Yeah, I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
It's a very
Yes, I
bad
do.
pun. You missed it.
Wait,
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Final
He likes
fight.
Final Fight.
I don't like Final Fight. Streets of Rage is way better, but the final boss of No More Heroes 2 is good.
You
It's
see, this has to
purposefully
be a
made. It's purposefully made to be shitty, Mitch. Congratulations,
why
you
it's
like something
Amazing.
purposefully shitty.
No.
The
No.
fucking boss theme is called Travesty for a reason.
Yeah.
Because his name is Travis.
No,
Yeah.
it's not. Well, yeah, that, but
And he's
also
wearing a and he's wearing a t-shirt.
That's true.
What? What's that to do with
Travesty.
Travis? Lots of people wear t-shirts.
I fucking hate brainlets.
I'm wearing a t-shirt right now.
So
I'm not.
thing
Too
about
hot.
the thing about No More Heroes 2 compared to 1 is that 1 is much more purposefully directed. Pretty much
So just
nothing in excuse me. Let me don't step on me
It's
while I'm talking.
Mel's
No
turn to talk.
I'm
It's
trying
his video game.
I'm trying to make a point. No More
Yes.
Heroes
Ah.
1 is very purposefully directed. Nothing in that game is extraneous. Everything, pretty much everything in there, down to minute details, serves a greater purpose to the overall game. No More Heroes 2 isn't like that because Suda didn't direct it.
Okay, he was the executive director and he did all the scripts. He was the script man.
He was executive producer, but that's different than if you're directing it now.
Okay, but he made the script, which is the important part.
You don't get it. Okay, it's fine. We can't.
I
You're
understand.
no, you don't.
I just understand.
No, you
it
actually.
differently.
No, you don't understand.
Fucking hate
I do.
brainlets.
I know what you're saying. I know what you actually
No,
mean.
okay.
It's just
Yeah, yeah, I got you.
you
I got
say,
you.
oh,
Got you,
Suda
family. Understand.
doesn't involve
on your
it.
wavelength.
This isn't true.
I
The script is
understand.
important.
Do you understand?
Shut
the
up, Abby.
concept of love.
Shut up.
Thank you for finishing for me. Mitch!
What have you
It's
played, Anime Mitchell?
Let me tell you about a little-known space shooter on the NES called Abadox. Abadox is a
He cheated.
no, I
Damn.
didn't. It's a shmup where you play as a mecha suit and you gotta rescue a princess from inside a planet called Abadox.
It's a Master Blaster ripoff.
It's
Blast
not a
the
Master
Master.
Blaster ripoff.
Yeah,
not.
it's Blaster Master ripoff.
I think
It's
it's a
not, 'cause
ripoff
you
of the Guardian Legend.
Which one was the math game?
That's
Math
Math
Blaster.
Blaster.
I love Math Blaster.
Anyway, so Abadox is unique in that it's
You can run into the
incredibly
wall over and over again.
it's incredibly gory and bloody. There's a lot of so the planet I don't know anything about the story, but here's what I think happened. There was a planet, a technologically advanced planet, right? But it got infected by a parasite, a flesh parasite that started to corrupt things, and it grew over the planet. So now the planet is a big planet filled with flesh planet, and all the enemies are these horrible skeleton monstrosities and these parasites until the later levels where you get into the center of the planet, and then it becomes more mechanical based. So it's a Lovecraftian type NES space shooter, and it's interesting in that it's not, but the difficulty is a curve that goes up and then it drops immediately because you get these power-ups that make your little space suit, because you're in a space suit, not a ship. It makes your space suit incredibly overpowered the more power-ups you get, obviously, and they carry over from level to level. But if you die once, you lose all your powers.
It's almost like a shoot 'em up or
I
something.
know, right?
There are no bombs though.
Oh
When you
no!
When you drift around, your little legs move, and I think that's really great.
There's a neat feature in the game where if you die a lot of like in the same spot over and over again, the people watching you play will lose interest and run out of things to talk about.
Weird.
Crazy.
It's a fairly difficult video game, but there are unlimited continues. So
And save states for when you get tired of doing a section over.
No, I needed the save state because I wanted to test something, and then
I wanted
once
to
I
test
tested it,
winning.
and then once I tested it, I did the level legit.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
We got the tapes. I know he's lying. You just check the tapes.
No, we're not lying.
Hang on.
You're right. No, don't check the tapes.
No,
Splicing the
I'm not
tapes. Hang
lying.
on.
I
The
did it
bank's spliced
legit.
in.
I did it legit.
There's the tapes. That was the tapes. Did you like the tapes? Let's
Is
move
that
on.
the tape sound?
Yep.
That's the sound of someone destroying the tapes with a vacuum cleaner, yeah.
Oh no, Mitch destroyed the tapes. Now we'll never know.
There's no reason to destroy them. I did it legit.
Then why did you destroy them?
I didn't. You had the fucking vacuum cleaner.
This has gone on far enough.
Yeah,
Long
it has.
is what I meant to say.
It's gone on.
Now, well, anyone who's got a question?
I had a question from ages ago. That's pretty good. Should we do it?
But then I lost it.
I
Fine.
still have it. I can remember
it
it off
then.
the top of my head. I'm not scrolling back.
Okay.
Let me find it. It was how do you guys feel about auteur theory when it comes to game development?
What?
You know what an
That one.
auteur is?
No, explain to the class.
And
Hideo
Oh.
Kojima's an author.
that
He's
isn't
an
what it is,
autist.
though.
Hideki
It's
Kamiya could be
auteur.
considered an auteur.
Just explain what an auteur is.
One man responsible for the entire vision of the video game.
Oh, they're not.
It's fine.
I mean, they're not actually responsible for everything.
Okay, but you know what I mean, Javi. Come
The
Right.
creative vision for a game is usually handled
Yes,
by one
but-
person, is what they're getting at.
They get a lot. They get significantly more credit than they actually do, to the point where people
Well,
think that
I've-
they are responsible for the entire game. When
Well, let me
They're
do
not.
something. For
Well,
you.
no, I mean it's a pretty, I don't know what that has to say. It's a pretty prevalent thing in Japanese development where like one guy has basic creative authority over most of the stuff that happens in the game. Not to say that there aren't people there to keep him in check. Kojima sure as fuck had people there, and
Yeah.
Solid in 2, I think.
so, like, what you find out with most things is that those people who keep them in check and generally contribute positively to the work, they're really important. And when you get rid of those checks, everything goes to shit. You can't have it be 100% auteur.
Yeah,
you
but,
need
like-
those checks.
Oh, that's what you're arguing. Never mind.
Yes.
What if the auteur is really good, though?
Name one.
Kamiya's not directed a bad video game yet.
I guess
I think he usually has like Kamiya has a tendency to surround himself with people who are competent.
Mhm.
So I think that's
That's
why
the
that
real-
happens.
Like, you need people who will tell you no.
that's the
Well,
real auteur.
like,
He's been
Senior
like
Kage.
he's been in 3 different teams though, so surely it's not a coincidence.
I mean,
that he's always surrounded by people who will help him out.
it's probably because Okami was so ambitious that it bankrupted Clover.
Yeah, I mean that's the real problem with these auteur guys is that they have a tendency to chase their vision at the expense of their expenses. Yeah.
That's
But the-
why, like, Yoko Taro, he's getting bankrolled through nepotism. That's the only reason he can do his shit.
I
And
don't.
it works
Is he
out.
like related to the Dragon Quest guy?
He's just friends with them.
That's not really nepotism.
Like he said that as long as Dragon Quest is going, he can make his shit. Like, he's just friends with the top brass at Square Enix. That's the only, like, he makes bad games. That's the only
See,
reason why he can
I-
still do things.
I think we need to reassess what nepotism is. Nepotism isn't always bad if it benefits you. And as you can see,
Nepotism isn't bad if it
nepotism
Wow, what a
benefits
very
us.
what
No.
a very posh thing to say.
The hardest of takes.
You
The
can
poshest
tell what
of things.
class Mao is from. You can just hear it in his voice.
Oh man.
I'm okay
Anyway,
with the nepotism
well, why
involving
doesn't-
Yoko Taro, but, like, in general, it's not a good thing. It
Anyway.
just allows for good things sometimes.
So auteur for you. Okay.
Autis
Apply
theory,
across
yeah.
different-
Yeah.
Otter
You got-
theory.
You gotta apply the theory to different media. Books.
Yeah, like George Lucas.
You write the book, but there's an editor.
An editor.
you make the film,
Yeah.
but you got other people.
There's
But
also
what do you
an
say,
editor
video
in
games-
film.
David Lynch.
Video games are one of the mediums where there's a lot of moving parts. Do you get what I mean?
Not
There's
like
still
film.
lots of editors.
Not like film where
Editors.
like the production crew is 8,000 fucking people.
Okay. I guess everything has a lot of moving parts.
Like
My
I
point
said,
is that's more,
Auteurs
a
exist
video
in
game
film. You
has
get people
more-
like David Lynch and
Yeah.
stuff like that,
Yeah.
and it's just
it's
fucking
got-
wacky as shit.
George
David-
Lucas.
David Lynch does all his own editing too, right?
I think so.
I mean,
What,
it's not like
uh,
we can get a statistical answer on this because we're not going to go ask everyone who's labeled.
Well, it's. I don't think he's looking for an objective answer, Mal. So just say, how do you feel about it?
Well, I like people having a nice creative vision. I don't like people not having a creative vision. That's sometimes not good.
I mean, it's
Hot take.
it's vastly preferable to the design by committee shit you see in the West,
oh yeah,
which they make it sound like it's like, oh yeah, every part of the team gets to contribute. No, they don't. Your fucking code monkeys probably aren't contributing to the direction of the game. They're wishing
No,
that they had chosen a
put
different career.
I mean, they
would
can.
They put a
imagine.
hat into the game.
They can pull a fucking. They can pull a fucking Spider-Man too, and just put a.
I was
system
gonna
in the
do that. I
game.
was gonna mention that. Yeah.
Like if they want to
That's
contribute,
Oh,
they
yeah.
can sabotage
They
themselves.
have
to do
they
it.
have to actively sneak stuff into the game. Great.
The whole reason why the third Prince of Persia game in the Sands of Time trilogy, the whole reason that was rated M was because one guy put a statue that had boobs in it just in the shadows of one part of the game.
hell yeah.
My legacy.
We need more renegade game developers.
We need more
guy-
renegade titties.
That guy who put in the web slinging physics in Spider-Man 2. I think that was the guy, or did he steal it? I don't remember.
No. He just
No,
he
it's
threw it
funny.
in there. He programmed it by himself, showed it to people, and they're like, "Yeah, we're not going to do this." So he's like, "I'll just throw that shit in there myself."
Break in and program it in. It's hardcore.
But yeah, our tours are fine. It's just they need checks. That's why they keep finding Hollywood writers to assist David Kage.
Mhm.
I guess we'll find the definitive answer for like was Hideo Kojima good at making games all along with Death Stranding? Because with Sony, I guess they're just letting him do whatever the fuck, and we'll see the result. I am interested to see how it's going to happen.
Apparently, he made a lot more of like Snatcher and whatnot himself because people kept trying to. There's some quote from him about how like the guy programming it or putting the writing into the game kept trying to fix it or change it, and so Kojima got mad and just had him make a tool so that he could do it himself.
People bullied the fuck out of Kojima when he was working at Konami. Like people would
Yeah.
go up to him and say, "Just please finish a game before you leave.
Mhm.
Like make something, do something with your life."
All right. Anyway, good question. Thanks whoever sent that in.
A good question from myself.
It was not me.
I got a hot question for the audience and for you guys. Have you had a game?
No, never got an erection that way. Never, JG, never.
No, wait. We're only doing one question per episode.
For the audience.
Oh, this is for the audience.
Oh, cool.
Have you had a
Mitch,
game?
I'll put it in the description, and then Mitch will actively remove it because he does that. But go ahead.
Have you ever had a game influence your mannerisms or your way of talking? Like, have you like picked up something from a video game character, or if that's too autistic for you, have you like the perception of like a piece of music or something been like altered because of a video game?
What?
The
Do you
former,
have an
yes.
example?
Oh yeah, of course. So after I played through Metal Gear Solid like 1,000 fucking times, 3, I would do a lot of the fucking Ocelot hand gestures, like
Oh, no.
unknowingly. And because of the Meat and Fuck games, I can't hear if I could change the world without immediately thinking of those fucking games.
I
And
think we did.
Jesus, your mind permanently altered by a flash game.
didn't we already do this question? Was it like
No.
No,
After
No,
like-
that
We
was-
did
that was
just the most
fringe.
embarrassing thing that you've done.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are more
This is
low
just
level
general
cringe.
other
You don't have to
things.
like do anything. I kept my hands in my pockets more after I played Persona 3.
Oh no!
I never did the run. I don't think I did the run, so I'm safe. And I was more quiet, which is stupid. I was already quiet, so.
When I was a kid, because of Pokemon, I would try to move in straight lines at right angles.
and avoid tall grass.
I wonder.
I-
I wonder.
No, I didn't do that because I wanted to see a Pokemon.
Did you, when you were young, like you go to like on a mall or something like a big area, or just, but like the floor is like tiled, so it's
Yes, well,
Yeah,
no, I think
everyone
that
does
was.
that. Everyone does that
tries to cross the tiles without crossing.
Yeah,
without stepping on the cracks. Yeah, everyone does that.
I figure
I think
Abby
that-
doesn't have any of these because Abby never does. He's not fun.
That
I don't have anything.
that
from
definitely
games.
tied into
I
the
have things from
Pokemon
anime.
walking thing.
Well, give me an anime thing.
So I've noticed that I've adopted laughs from anime on accident.
Jesus, man.
Yeah,
You do foo-foo a lot, yeah.
I don't do that. I do nishishi. Like I do it in. I've managed to make it natural, which is awful.
That's a Scooby-Doo
Uh,
thing.
No, it's a
Scooby-Doo.
cute
It
girl
is,
thing.
it is a
That.
Scooby Doo thing.
Well, I
that's
picked
right.
it up from anime because I only did it like recently. I think I also did some of those dumb like kukuku kind of laughs at some point. I usually don't do them in public, but I have adopted them. I have adopted them to the point where it is actually natural.
That's silly, Abby. You're silly.
All right, Mitch,
I've been undone.
don't fucking tell me you don't have one.
I don't think I have any.
Bullshit.
That was your thing from when we did the autism, was you would throw the ball and.
Well,
softball
you're
or
thinking
whatever.
about generals. Well, I've already answered this question then,
Didn't answer it again, Mitch.
and we don't need to repeat ourselves.
Say
Go
it-
ahead,
say it
Mitch.
again, Mitch.
we're PE. I was the pitcher, and I I did the catch animation from Pokemon Coliseum,
When he pulls his hand way back and
and
moves his whole
and
body
grips
when
the
he
ball
throws the ball.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I did. There you go.
So,
I
First-
did run with my hands in my pockets.
At least you didn't
It
do the
wasn't from
Naruto
Persona.
run.
I may have
think-
done the Naruto
no.
run once, but it was not because of Naruto.
but I said last time is that I did the Goku run, which is very similar to the Naruto run, except you don't put your hands behind your back; you put it to the side of you.
Yeah.
And then I did it once, yeah, like a plane. I did it once in PE, and then immediately stopped and looked down and realized how dumb I was.
It's alright, JG. We're all dumb.
I don't think any of the kids who did the Naruto run did it because of Naruto. I think they just did it due to autism.
Oh, I got one.
Yeah,
I got
Naruto.
another one.
I once like threw a basketball at a wall for a while closing my eyes so that I could train myself to get the basketball energies and be able to deal with the basketball without seeing it.
So you could do a
What?
chaos dunk
What?
Yeah.
and destroy England.
Yeah.
I was trying to
That's
like
why,
get
yeah.
his basketball prediction skill up.
You have to become one with the basketball. You have to feel the basketball. Not
All right,
just-
All right,
Fuck
what's your
the
other one, Mitch?
basketball.
When I was younger, when I went to the swimming pool, it's not one of those swimming pools where it's like a big box. It's like one or the beach even. Imagine like a beach. When I'd walk into the water, and when I walked out of the water, I pretend I was Godzilla. Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Anyway, if you have any examples of artistic shit that you picked up from video games and anime,
Or anime, yeah.
please tell us in chat so we can make fun of you.
Right.
Outro.
Cool.
Right, outro.
Yeah.
Real quick, I've got a video coming out. It's pending approval. It has been for a long time. Dalton. It's about Jurassic Park Operation Genesis.
Jurassic Park
Yes.
Operation Genocide.
There's 2 jokes in it that I'm very proud of. So once you see those, you can click the big X.
I hope
I'm
they're
also
right at the
working
start.
on another video. The scripting, I finished the scripting yesterday, and it's about people's reluctance to start video game series from the first game and going in release order. I had to deal with a lot of bullshit from people saying they can start Yakuza at 0, and Mao, you're going to hear a lot of bullshit about people complaining about not wanting to start Kingdom Hearts, except from number 3.
Yeah.
Get ready for
I
that,
started
my
at
friend.
2.
I'm so excited.
So that video, I'll work on that the following week. It's going to be real quick to do, so I'll probably be done by next weekend. Well, other than that, we're ready to go. So, thank you for listening to the Corrupt Save podcast. We hope you enjoyed your time with us here. If you want to hear more of us, you can go to lowbudgetstreams.co.uk for round-the-clock streaming content. Subscribe to our iTunes and SoundClouds if you want to hear the podcast slightly earlier before it gets up on the website. So that's it from us. And remember...
Catchphrase.
Cool.
I think it has something to do with how extreme it is. No one but the most insane would be likely to run over a pedestrian, but rape is something that the average Joe is more likely to do. Goodbye.
Huh?
Mitch?
You ever think Mitch is almost over?
That's a quote from something, right?
You. It's a quote from you, Mal.
No, I never said that. The thing Mitch just said, the thing about Mitch being over, I may have said that once, but
No, you said that about woman.
but I didn't believe it. I was spitballing.
What? That's why you were asking a question.
See, this is why I don't use Twitter as much anymore.
What?
Because you want women to be over? Or because you
No,
think that it's more likely that you'll rape somebody on Twitter?
No. I'm gonna go eat my food.
Don't spill crumbs.
Not spill rice.
It'll attract birds, and then you'll have to deal with their singing, Mal. It'll be all...
I meant
No.
dabbing.
Bird to dab on me while asking me about why I think.
Why are they
over.
speaking?
They're flying, making me feel bad. I can't fly. What a podcast. I liked it.
Yeah.
I like you, friend.
You shouldn't.
Ugh.
Uh,
Boo.